from the Body Shop with Sock Fairy here. Laura's with me today. We are going to be doing a high intensity workout with our TheraBand. So if you have any sort of resistance band at home, that's fine. These ones are like medium to heavy. But if you have a heavier band at home, just adjust as you need to. Amy is also here, so she might pop in and give some assistance to Laura with some cueing and stuff along the way. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start laying down on our backs. Go ahead and have your TheraBand the whole class today. So lie down, have your feet planted on the mat. And we're going to have the band in our hands. Go ahead and lift the band up to the ceiling. Have a nice grip on it and make sure it's about shoulder width apart. Now if you have a tighter, like heavier resistance band, you might want to go a little bit wider just to give yourself a little bit of slack here. But shoulder width apart is a good place to start. Back of the neck is nice and long. I want you to start by inhaling, lifting that band up to the ceiling, keeping the arms straight. And then you're going to exhale, drop the shoulders down to the mat and press it in. Okay, same thing again. Inhale, lift the band up. Exhale, drop the shoulders, keep the arms straight. One more time. Inhale, lift. These are your little puppet arms here. Exhale, lower. Press those shoulders into the mat. All right, going into some upper body curls. You're going to keep the hand and arm placement the same. You're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl forward, tuck the pelvis, and reach that band towards your legs. And then you're going to slowly roll it back down, releasing the pelvis, head down, arms up. Now make sure the arms aren't over your face, but that band is right over your chest. Same thing again. Inhale first. Exhale to curl forward, tuck the pelvis, reach the band. Releasing the pelvis, head lowers, arms up. We're going to go for 3, speeding it up a little bit. Exhale, curl forward, tuck the pelvis. Inhale as you release. 2 more. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Last one, we're going to add on here. Curl forward as you exhale. Reach. We're going to hold here. Pull apart on the band for 5, 4, 3, 2. Strong arms. Last one. Release the head, pelvis in neutral. Arms up. One more time like that. We're going to add some pulses at the top here as well. So keep those shoulders pressing into the mat. You're going to pull apart on the band 5 times for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Curl forward, tuck the pelvis, reach through those arms, pull apart. 5, 4, shoulders down. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Okay, taking things down to the lower body now. Arms are going to stay. We're going to tuck the pelvis and lift the hips up. So go ahead, inhale, tuck, exhale, lift those hips up. If you need to walk the feet towards you slightly, you're welcome to do that. You have a nice long line here. The band is going to pull apart and drop overhead all the way down to the floor if you can. Now as you roll those hips down, I want you to feel your tailbone reaching for your heels. Lengthening the spine, lengthening the whole body. Arms are going to lift. And we're going to restart here. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, lift. Pull apart on the band, drop it overhead as you inhale. Let's exhale the breath here as we stay lifted. And then on the inhale, we're going to start rolling down. Inhale, tucking the pelvis. Exhale to release all the way into neutral, lengthening the spine. Lift the arms. Good, so keeping the arm placement here, we're going to take the knees up into chair position. We're going to go into our single leg stretch. So we're going to start with one leg, and then we'll do the other side. That always kind of confuses people. So we're going to start with the right knee in and extend the left leg as you curl forward. That band is going to hover over the right shin. The band is going to lift as the legs switch, and you're going to switch back. Band over the right shin. And again, lift the band, switch the legs as you lower the band. We're going for 3. Let's speed it up and switch. Last 2 and switch. Keep tucking the pelvis. Last one here. Stay lifted. Switch the legs now. Right leg is extended, left knee in. Lift the band as the leg switch and lower the band as the leg switch. And switch and switch. Keep tucking for 3. Keep lifting. and 2. Last one here. Good, pull both knees in, rest the head down. Relax that band right on top of the legs so that the shoulders relax. Okay, so we're going into double leg stretch. We're gonna add a pull apart on the band. So if you want a nice tight pull, you're gonna take the hands closer together. If you want a little less resistance, take the hands slightly apart. Let's go ahead, curl forward, tuck that pelvis, reach that band towards the ankles over the tops of the legs. So we're gonna extend the arms and legs. We're gonna hold here, pull apart on the band, release the band, pull yourself back in, tuck a little bit deeper. Extend, pull apart, bring it back and in. We're going for 3. Pull apart, release, bring it in. Last 2, keep breathing. And in, last 1, apart. Good, and in, rest the head down. Go ahead, give those knees a hug. Draw some small circles. And reverse the circles. So we're going to go into our 100. This might be the first 100 that I've done on film. So we are going to take the band and rest it over the top of the shins. So pretty much the same placement as before. Okay, have enough slack on the band that you can pull the hands right above the mat. Okay, so you don't want to hold too close to the legs. Legs are going to stay in chair. We're going to curl forward, lifting the head, tucking the pelvis, squeeze the legs together. Legs are going to stay in chair here. Hold down on the band, and I want you to extend your fingertips so palms are towards the floor. Shoulders back and down. We're going to start pumping. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. And exhale. And 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4. And exhale. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And exhale. And 7. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2. And exhale. Last set here. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Head down, knees in. Rest that band across your torso so you can lower the feet, open the arms, and we're going to take a knee sway here. Palms up, sway both knees up to one side. And go ahead and switch. We're getting a little extra stretch back there. You can go ahead and move your knees back and forth as many times as you'd like. Just depends on the amount of rotation that you need. Take a big break here. Good. Once you've gone even amounts to both sides, go ahead and grab your band again. So we're going to take the band into our hands. And we're going to do the same position we were in before. Okay, so we're going to start things off simple, just keeping all of our exercises with the same placement of the band. This time though, I want you to wrap the hands around the band so you're not gripping so tight. We are going to do some movement here. If you need to adjust the band as we go, that's fine. Shoulder width apart is good, or even a little bit wider. Knees into chair position, and we're going to extend the legs up to the ceiling here. Whew, you don't realize how tight your hamstrings are until you try to extend. Okay, so we're going to start fingertips extended. Legs are going to come slightly apart because we're going to move the legs independently here. So as your right leg opens to the side of the room, our left arm is going to open, so opposite. Then we're going to bring it back. Balance and stability here, core tight, other side. Right arm, left leg. Ooh, bring it back. Keep alternating. Open and back. And open. It's a little mental game too. Every time you go, you have to think a little bit. One more set. Right leg and back. Core tight, pelvis neutral. And back. Now the arm and leg are moving away from each other, so towards the floor, overhead and down below. So right arm, left leg will start. Open and pull. Bring it back. Abs engaged here. Other side. Open. Pull it back. And open. Pull it back.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
You're doing it right. What do you
You're
mean?
super.
And last set here. And back. Last one. If you need to rest those legs, you're welcome to. Okay, so now hold here. Maybe bend for a second. We're going to go ahead and open the arms and legs apart. If during that you wanted a little more pull, you can always take the hands slightly apart. So last one here, extend the legs up. Arms are in the same position. Arms and legs open. Pull back. Core tight. Navel to spine. Open. Pull back. We're going to go for 2. Exhale. Last one here. Open. And pull. Relax the legs. Ah, very nice. Whew. Okay, so taking the band around our feet now. You can sit up if you want to, otherwise just take those knees into your chest and curl forward. Wrap the band around the arches of the feet. Make sure that it's nice and wide so that you don't cut off any circulation. And then we're going to lower the legs all the way down to the mat. Okay? Make sure that you're even, curl forward. Make sure that you're nice and long here. Sometimes the mat tricks you if the mat isn't completely straight. Lie all the way down. Oh no. You're going to hold on to the end of the band, but not all the way to the end so you lose it like me. And you're going to bend your elbows here. Okay? So, elbows are bent right by your sides. Hands are up towards the ceiling. You're lying all the way down. We're going to curl forward here, tucking the pelvis. We're going to punch across with that right arm. So you're curling forward, punch across. Use those obliques. Bring it back down. Relax. Other side. Punch across. Curling forward. Tuck the pelvis. Bring it down. And again. And down. And across. And down. Last set here. And down. Last one. And down. So now we're going to start lifting the legs, curling forward and extending the arms, coming up into a little bit of a teaser here. Arms don't have to go completely straight. Ooh. Lower those legs, come up into a seated position. Okay, so taking the hands a little bit closer to the feet, so choking up on the band just slightly. Working our opposite direction now. So we're going to curl back. Arms are straight. We're going to pull through that right elbow and rotate, pulling towards the floor. Extending the arms, coming center. Stay tucked and roll back. Other side. Pull, rotate. Extend. Whew, you can feel those obliques. Pull and rotate. And bring it back. And pull. Bring it back. We have one more set. I'm going to choke up a little bit more. Just depends on how much rotation you want. Bring it back. Now hands to chest. So if you need a little more slack, you can. Elbows are bent. Rotating the torso. Rotate. And back. And rotate. And back. We have 2 more sets. Right. Yeah, you feel this in your core. And left. And right. Last one here. Roll it up.
Awesome.
I kind of extended back down to the end of my band because it was giving me too much pull, but okay. Last one, we're going to do the same exercise we just did. We're going to add some pulses. So hands to chest and have less slack.
That sounds awesome.
Okay, hands to chest and fists. Elbows wide, shoulders down. Roll it back and tuck. Now you don't have to go super far here. So we're going to rotate to the right, dropping the elbow. We're going to stay here. We're going to start lifting and extending the arms just a little bit. Pull the hands back down. We're going for 3. Feel those left obliques working. And 2. Extend those arms a little bit as you roll up. And then pull back as you roll down. I lost count. Rotate other side. Okay, now lift. Extend those arms a little bit. Pull the hands to chest. Bring it back. Keep that rotation. Lift. Pull it back. 2 more. Last one. Keep that left elbow pulling towards the floor. Rotate center. Relax all the way down. Nice. All right. Okay, carefully take your feet out. We're gonna roll onto our bellies here. Okay, so before you lie all the way down, we're gonna take the band across your back. And you're holding onto it, so palms to the floor, and the band is in between your pointer and your thumb, so right in that little crevice of your hand. And then go ahead, lie down into your swan position here. So shoulders are back, hands are down, forehead all the way down to the mat if you can. Engage that core for me, pulling the belly button back. Tops of the feet are pushing into the floor. So we're gonna lift the head and chest up into that normal swan here. You should feel a little resistance on your back. Okay, hold here, pull your core in. You're gonna extend the arms out to the sides of the room. Bring the hands back in, lower it down. Shoulders stay away from the ears. And again, inhale, lift up into swan. Extend. Bring it back, lower it down. Adding on here, lift, open those arms. Now bring the arms forward. Reach them back out. Arms forward, reach them back out. Last one, keep pushing. Reach them back out, bend the elbows, lower down. Go ahead and take the hands off the band. We're going to push back into a child's pose for a moment. Go ahead and stack it up. Okay, so take that band into your hands now. We're going to lie down on our belly. Arms are going to be overhead now. Last little back exercise here. All the way down onto the floor. Hands are going to go overhead. You want them a little bit wider than the mat here. So the more slack you have, the better on this one. So the band's going to come across your chest. That always kind of makes people a little uncomfortable, but it's going to come underneath your face and across your chest. So rest the head down. We're going to start by lifting the head and chest, keeping the arms resting on the floor. Band will pull towards you a little bit here so you can get a nice lift. Now right arm is going to lift off the floor. It's going to pull back to the right hip and follow the hand with your gaze. Bring it back around. Stay lifted. Rest the right arm. Left arm lifts. Pull. Back around. You should feel it down that side of the body. Right. And bring it back. And left. Bring it back and rest. You can go ahead and adjust the hands here. So if you need a little more resistance, you can take the hands closer together. Doing a harder version. So if that version was was difficult enough for you, you can continue to do that one. Otherwise, let's advance it a little bit. So taking the head and chest up along with the arms this time. Lift might be a little bit less than it was. Pull to the right, rotate. Bring it back around, stay lifted. To the left. And back around. One more set. Right. You should feel your back working, maybe a little tricep too. Lower it down and rest. Push back into a child's pose. Keep your band handy. We're not done with it yet. So we are going to come onto all fours. Placement of the hands on the band is the same. So it's coming. I know all the ladies watching this are adjusting their clothes with us. So placement of the band is the same. So it's still coming in between the pointer and the thumb. And you're going to plant the right hand down onto the mat. Right underneath the shoulder. Take a fist with the left hand. And let's test out the resistance here. Make sure you can pull all the way back to the hip and out to the side. So T position. If you want a little more, choke up a little bit. All right, make sure I'm not going to kick anything. So we're going to start by taking a fist with that left hand. As you pull it back to your hip, you're going to extend the right leg. So pulling both back, lifting the leg. As the arm lowers to the mat, we're going to tap the right toes to the floor, keeping the leg straight. Pull back and lift. Tap, lower, pull back and lift. Core tight. Good, we're going for 3. And exhale. And 2. And exhale. Last one. And exhale. Now, pull that right leg back underneath you so you're planted on both knees. We're going to open that left hand out out to T position. Everything in the body stays the same. Lift the left arm out to T. Lower it down. Your arm that's on the mat is definitely working as well. Pull and lower. Pull and lower. If you need to take a fist with that right hand, that's fine too. And lower. One more time here. Good. Let's add some tricep. Pull that left arm back to the hip just like you were in the beginning here. And you're going to bend the elbow, keeping the elbow towards your side. Extend back. Bend. Extend. Bend. Extend. We have one more here. And extend. Rest. Take it back for a second. Roll out those shoulders. Other side. It's getting hot in here now.
Other side.
Okay, so left hand is planted. Again, if you need to take a fist for that left hand, that's fine too. Pull back on that right strap. Make sure you can extend out to T position and back. So now we're going to work the left leg in the beginning. So pull the right hand back to the hip. Left leg extends behind. Tap the toes to the floor as the arm releases towards the mat. Lift and pull. Squeeze. Got it?
No.
And lower. Keep the leg straight. Yep. Tap the floor with the toes. We're going to go for 2. Last one. Bring the leg underneath. Now the right arm's going out to T position. We're going to pull for 5. And 4. 3. That upper body. Last 2. And last one. Okay, now pull the hand back to your hip. You're going to bend the elbow, so hand towards the floor. Squeeze that elbow into your ribs. Tricep extension. Pressing back and bend. Press back and bend. For 3 and 2. Last one here. And relax. Press it back. Okay, so we're going to do,
Oh, I like that.
yeah, you definitely feel it. So we're going to do some side planks. Yay! So we're not going to stack our feet one on top of the other like you would in like a gym plank when you're on your forearm. We're going to do a little Pilates scissor. So I'm going to bring my head to this side so you can see if you want. So we're going to have our band still. Have a nice wide position, like, you know, wider than the shoulders definitely. You're going to take that right hand down to the mat. I want you to extend your legs out first. And we're going to go front leg, back, bottom leg forward. Yeah. I had to think about it. Okay. So my bottom leg is in front, my top leg is behind, and hips are stacked here. Adjust that arm as you need to. You're going to start pulling through the elbow so the strap is slightly extended. And you're going to extend the arm up. Okay, then you're just going to lower it all the way down to the mat. I'm going to choke up a little bit. Pull through the elbow. Extend. Lower it down. We're going for 2. And lower. Last one. Pull. Extend. Lower down so it's coming right out of the shoulder. And we're going to lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. For 2. Last one. Lower those hips. And relax. Let's jump over to the other side right away. I adjusted my band a few times. You just have to find enough where you can extend and you still feel some tension. Okay? So, bottom leg forward, top leg back. Go ahead and lift. Hips are lifted and they're forward. Okay, let's start. Pull through the elbow, extend, lower down. Again, pull, extend, lower down. We're going for 2.
Sorry.
Lower. Last one. Okay, right on the shoulder here. We're lifting and lower. For 3 and 2. Last one. And control as you lower down. Okay, we're gonna stay on this side here. Now we've got the planks out of the way. You never wanna go on to another exercise and you're like, oh, we have to do a plank on this side. We're gonna wrap the band around our top foot, which is our right. And I want you to take both straps into the left hand. We're gonna come down onto the elbow here. Okay, so let's tuck this left knee under just slightly so it's out of the way. You're gonna find some good resistance on the band here. Hand on the hip, both hips facing forward. And make sure you're not collapsing on this left side. You're staying nice and lifted. Pull the abs in. So we're kicking the leg forward. We're pushing the leg back. We're keeping it flat. Squeeze the glute. Kick forward. Pull it back. We're going for 3. Kick, kick, press it back. And 2. Last 1 here. Bring it back. Now, bring it right out of the hip so it's not behind you. Small lifts here. We're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You should be feeling this.
Yeah, my
3, 2, 1. Now, knee is going to come in and press it back. Knee is going to come in, press it back. Okay, we're going for 3.
But you can feel like every move.
And 2. Last 1. And rest. Woo. That outer hip and glute, we're definitely working. Other side. So if lying on that hip bothers you, go ahead. You can fold your mat up a couple times. You can grab like a pillow or something so that you're not having any pain. Or, no, we're not quitters. Okay.
Just kidding.
So the elbow that's supporting you has the bands, okay? So switch hands, Laura. Okay, so have some good tension here. Make sure you're not gonna lose it. Hand on the hip, abs in. Make sure you're not collapsing on that side. You're lifting up. Starting, kick, kick, press back. Push through the heel, squeeze. Kick, kick, push back and squeeze. We're going for 3. And 2. Last 1 here. Good. Bring it right out of the hip. We're lifting for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bend the knee. You're going to press back on the diagonal. And back in. Press back just behind the midline. And forward. Back. There you go. For 2. Woo. Second side always burns a little bit more. Bring it back and release. All right. Jumping up onto our knees. We'll do a nice stretch to stretch out those hips in a minute. Let's come up onto our knees here first. So we're going to bring a nice wide grip on the band. Pop up onto those knees. We're going to start by just lifting the band up and overhead and then dropping it all the way down and back if that's okay in those shoulders. Shoulders are reaching down. Pull the band behind you. Crown of the head lifting up and then bring it up and over all the way down. 2 more like that. Up and over and lift. And lower. Last time. Lift and lower and up and release. Staying here for a moment. Let's extend that right leg out. Toes forward if you can. We did just burn out that hip, so if they cramp, you can bring the toes a little bit towards like the opposite side of the room, so away from you. Up and over with that band. So we're going to side bend away from the extended leg, pulling apart on the band slightly, dropping down. Use those obliques to lift back up. See, my hip is kind of screaming at me a little bit. And again, lift. We're going for 2. Last 1. Lower. Switch legs. Bring it under. Extend. So I'm going to rotate my toes a little bit away. My hips are nice and tight. Okay, belly in, chest stays open to the front of the room. Dip down and lift. Dip down, exhale, lift. Going for 2. Last one here. Lower the arms and release that hip. Okay, let's set the band down. We're gonna come lying down onto our backs. We're gonna stretch out those hips. Okay, so let's start by doing our piriformis stretch here, crossing one ankle across the opposite knee, and you're gonna press the knee away from you, the knee that's crossing. You're gonna push it away, and I want you to add a little arch at the back here, pushing the pelvis away from you, opening the knee as much as possible. Okay, we're adding some foot movement. Flex the foot, pull the toes back, point the foot, press those toes away. Flex, pull the toes back, point, press away. Last one, try to articulate in the foot, right? So now I'm pushing through the heel, ball of the foot, then my toes. Okay, hold here. Pull the knee up into chair position and grab behind the thigh. Knee is still opening. Breathe here. Let's add some movement. Flex your foot and extend the leg towards the ceiling. Hamstring stretch as well. Then point the foot, lower all the way down as much as you can, bending the knee. Bend into your piriformis stretch, Laura. There you go. And again, flex the foot, press the leg up, point, bend the foot towards your butt. Good. Give the leg a little pull towards you if you can. Last one, flex, extend that left leg up to the ceiling, and point, lower, back down. Let's switch. Planting the foot and then taking the ankle across the knee. You're holding here, you're pushing the knee open, add a little arch of the spine so you're pushing away. Now, if you don't feel a stretch here, just walk that planted foot towards you a little bit. Holding here for a moment, keep opening the knee, add some light pressure, and then you're gonna flex, pull the toes back, and point the foot. Try to articulate through that foot. Toes pull back, ball of the foot, and then flex fully. Pressing through the ball of the foot, then the toes point. One more time. Flex, pull the toes back, ball of the foot. Entire ankle flexes back. Articulate the opposite direction, pushing through the ball of the foot, then the toes. Okay, hold here. You're gonna pull the knee up into chair. Grab behind the thigh. You can also walk that ankle down onto your thigh a little bit more if you need a deeper stretch. Try to do what you need to do to feel it. Okay, let's add an extension of that leg that's in chair. So flex the foot, press the foot up to the ceiling, hamstring stretch. Point the foot, bend the knee, drop the foot toward, bend the knee, drop the foot towards the, yep, there you go. And again, flex, press it up. Nice hamstring stretch here. You can pull back on the thigh. Point the toe, lower the foot. One more time. Flex and extend. And point, lower down. You should be feeling the stretch in quite a few areas. Go ahead and release. Both feet down. Extend the legs out. Make sure I'm not going to kick Amy here. And then shake out those legs a little bit. Good. Okay, so I want you to take the right knee into your chest. Give it a big squeeze here and point the left toes. So you're reaching through the foot that's on the mat. Pulling the right knee towards you. Go ahead and switch, extend it out. Pull the opposite knee in, pointing to the feet. Good. Go ahead, extend the leg. Soles of the feet are going to come together, and the feet are going to shift towards your pubic bone. Knees opening, so you're in a nice butterfly stretch here. Knees are opening to the sides of the room. We're going to bring the knees up slightly so that you're lifting towards the ceiling, and then I want you to open the knees back out, dropping them towards the floor, releasing yourself. And again, inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, releasing yourself, knees dropping open. One more time. Inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, release, opening them towards the floor. Let's take a breath here. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling out of your mouth. Feel yourself melting into the floor. One more breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of your mouth. And we are finished for today. Thank you for joining us. It was awesome having Amy and Laura here. Take your time getting up off of your mat. We will have more videos for you soon.